You know what? I won't do that to you. She might do that to you guys. Good morning, everybody. Angela, hello. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me turn my headphones up. I like to be louder. I'm sorry. You guys hear me out there? Give me a little like one in the chat. Give me a one if you can hear me crystal clear. Kim did not tell me the last time we went on YouTube Live that I was not using my microphone. Thank you, Kim, for that. She just called me. She's going to be here in any second. She blamed it on me, which obviously, she was late the first time. I don't know if you guys were here for our first 7 a.m. show. Is this number 3, I think? I think this is number 3. She was late that time. Thank you for the ones. I appreciate that. We're just manipulating the YouTube algorithm. I knew you could hear me. I just wanted to mind games. Let me go back to the chat and say good morning to people. The Bolter. I like to see the Bolter because I like the emojis in your username. I just want you to know that. Not that I don't like other people, but I like the emojis. I'm a big emoji guy. It sets the tone. There's a positive energy going on. Kim will be here in 1 second. I had to send her the link. I use her StreamYard. She calls me freaking out that she didn't have a link, and that's why she's late. And it's on her. She should see it when she logs in. So I don't know what she's doing. So hold on 1 second. She'll be here in 1 second. We'll talk about a bunch of different things. What's going on, Just Chrissy the Crone? Just Chrissy the Crone. Riss, hello. Carly, hello. Foxy, as always. Always here for us, Foxy. I appreciate that. Diane, good morning from Tampa. Wow. What's the weather like in Tampa? GM, good morning. I saw your tweet. What time is TMZ Live today? For anyone who doesn't know, Harvey Levin himself, the host of TMZ Live, nationally syndicated, mind you, reached out to me personally and said, Dave, I need you to come on TMZ Live today and talk about, honestly, I have no clue at this point. So I will be on at some point. I don't know what time TMZ Live is in your neighborhood. In mine, it's, I think it's like 5:30 on Boston 25. So, and I'm a Boston 25 guy. Ted Daniel is a friend of mine. I don't know if you guys saw Kirk Minahan on that Joshua Heel report last night. You guys see that? He came into our studio, did a little chat. How awesome. I've done it before. They send you, you know what happens, Sarah? They send you, you're not, no. That's amazing. It's not amazing. Trust me. It is actually, it's so beyond stupid, to be completely honest with you. What happens is they just look for anybody they can find on the internet to talk on TMZ Live, and they'll send me 10 topics, and they'll be like, can you tell me 3 of these topics that you can touch on? And I'll tell them in order which one I want to talk about, and they'll give me the worst one every time. And then they'll give me 13 seconds on television. I guarantee you I will be on that screen for no longer than 13 seconds. I guarantee you. So don't even look forward to it. I thought it was either 12 or 3. What, the time or the topic thing? All right, hold on. Let me check. Where the hell is she? Oh, I didn't send the link. That's why. Sorry, guys. I didn't know that the Gmail thing. Sorry about that, guys. She'll be here in 2 seconds. Let's see. Good morning from Arkansas. Wow, look at this. Where are you people coming from? What the hell is this? Arkansas? 13 seconds longer than the right Foxy. You always you find a way to turn a negative into a positive very easily. I appreciate that. So we need to start telling Nurse Kim morning shows start at 6:30, and she'll be. That's a smart play. That's a smart play. Kim's on her way there, Donnie. She's on her way. Don't you worry. She's a little late. Hey from Ireland. Hello from Ireland. I haven't talked to who I used to go on with is that guy Sean does. Dylan. I was a Dylan guy before Sean was, just to let you know. And I remember I popped on with him earlier. There she is. Yep.
Sorry.
I knew it. There you are.
Good morning.
So this was my fault, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, so I didn't send you the link. And then you're telling me, I thought I sent you an email and I didn't. It took me 5 minutes to realize that the email didn't go through. So what's that on your by the way? What's that? I thought it was Patriots, but now I'm seeing something different.
It is Patriots. It's the moose thing.
A moose?
They had like a specialty.
For like Christmas?
I don't know. It was 1 year. I have no idea.
All right, tell me about last night, because I got off with you after you did your live with Sean, which was really good. I went back and listened to some of it this morning, actually, on my drive in. That was really good. Tell me about, the Broken Baker, because I didn't get to watch that. You were on with like 12 people again?
Nope.
No?
No. We were on with, me and Sean went on with Calling All Beings with DJ. And he had Coach Latrell.
Oh, DJ, if you're watching this, man, you got to pick up on the sarcasm, buddy. Yeah. You just got to stop. Can I just shit on things for no reason and it'd be okay? We don't have to explain everything. This is what we do. That's it. It's not even that's Dave. We We're people. You shit on people. People don't call you out for shitting on them, don't you?
Who?
What? I'm just saying you're a sarcastic asshole every
I
now and
am
then.
a
You called
sarcastic.
me a child. I looked like a child the other day, so I had to grow my facial hair back in. But that's just who we are. That's
We
all.
have banter.
Yeah, we have banter. So what did you got? Was it all the Enrique story or anything else?
It was like Enrique story part 2. And
Yep.
but like I said, Coach Luttrell, he was very, very interesting because this was someone who had 20 years of MMA experience. He was a coach, he was a police officer. He did training academies in New Mexico. So he was a really valuable source, but he was like in shock and shock and horror and awe of what had happened, that he
Right.
was like not even able to like process. He goes, I don't understand how that happened.
What is he? So does he not believe what kind of the story is out there, where that it happened inside the ring, kind of let's call it 3 or 4 punches type of thing? Does he believe it happened outside of the ring? Because I'm seeing a lot of that. Like a lot of people are saying, I do not believe what's being told out there. I don't know if you saw. I think it was Boston 25, might have been the news station locally that like tried to say that we have new information. This is what we're told exactly happened. And they said that he was Enrique got hit in the ring. They deemed him okay to keep going, which obviously they shouldn't have. And then he got hit once more, and that was it. I'm seeing a lot of people not believe that situation, but that's at least what Boston 25. What did those guys think?
Well, so it was just interesting because he said, Dave, like he said this was supposed to be, it would happen at the end. He was not a Mass State Police, but he was a New Mexico State Police.
Yeah.
And they're all paramilitary. Like they're all like that's what they
Why?
do. He
Why?
was covering. Well, he explained it to me because I didn't understand. I was like, this is like antiquated, and we don't need to be doing this. It seems counterproductive in the year of 2024. And he was like, well. He was like, Kim, I used to cover 100 miles of highway by myself. And you needed to in the event, like it's always been that way, that the police, not the state police, had to be more trained because they covered so much by themselves without it. They had no partners. They have no partners. They're by themselves. So for them to be like mentally and physically coordinated and strong is like really important. So he says that, but then he says that the boxing thing, because I think they follow the entire same, like the same
protocol type of thing
as Mass State Police. He said that was such a bonding experience, and that like all of them, he was like, that was one of the best times. And that like the recruits, everybody loved it. It was such a camaraderie, like guys,
I'm not one of those people against that, but I'm not one of those people against that, by the way. I've seen a lot of people being like, why are they boxing? As Todd McGee has described it, the guy does more YouTube and media like hits than you do these days. He described it as 2 minutes, right? Like 2-minute rounds. They're wearing all the headgear. They got the mouth guard in. I don't see any problem as long as the rules are followed, but it sounds like how we keep talking about, you and I talked about it yesterday. The family got an 8-minute video from the Worcester County District Attorney's Office. 8 minutes. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it was 2-minute rounds, right? So if I do 2 plus 2, that equals 4, right?
It's 4, Dave.
That's
it
4
is 4
minutes.
Yes.
And I'm not saying like breaks couldn't happen, but let's just say max that video that should have been sent to the family that from the district attorney's office, 6 minutes.
Yeah.
Like 5, 6, an 8-minute video that was inconclusive. So that to me makes it seem like they only sent part of the video, which means like, what is there a 15-minute? This was a 15-minute boxing thing that should have taken 5. Like what the fuck? Like what is going on? So I have no problem with that, but it's, I don't know. I've heard from multiple people say it was like a miracle shot. I think Sean tweeted that too.
He did. Yeah. He said like it was not like it was nothing you'd ever seen before. Like that it was so, unexpected, if you will.
Right.
But at the same time, if he had gone down, like the report, well, the backside, like, the behind the scenes reports that he had gone down, right? And then he got back up. And it should have ended. The second he was down the first time, there is no you get back up. In
a situation like this, we don't need the standing 8 count. You know what I mean? Like we don't need that. If there's any type of situation where somebody could be impaired or somebody got a couple good hits, like just call it. And if you want to go, ridicule, like, because they're big on hazing there, obviously, like Make them run a couple laps for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. But we're talking about like physical violence right there in that spot. You don't keep it going. You just
Agreed.
don't. You know?
Agreed. And it's like literally in the manual, Dave, that they're not supposed to. Like
Right.
it's illegal. It's illegal. And whoever is going to take the fall for this, the more I think about it, Dave, I'm telling you this, it can't just be that one recruit. It can't just be one drill sergeant. It can't just be whatever. I feel as though it's going to be a much bigger deal.
Well, you got to start somewhere is my thing. And it should have started last Saturday with the drill instructor specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And then, to be honest, it fucking sucks to say, and it's kind of like, because I've heard so many stories, the reality is like a human being that, landed those punches, right? Like somebody was the one to hit Enrique.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard names, you've heard names, I'm sure.
Yep.
There's culpability on that human being, obviously.
Yes.
Even if it's within the boundaries of like the Massachusetts State Police, even if we just believe their stories, right? It was inside a ring. This is what happened. It's still at his hand. And even though I truly fundamentally believe, based on what I've seen, is these individuals, these cadets are absolutely like terrorized mentally in there. And if they're inside a boxing ring and, their instructors, retired Mass State Police officers, current Mass State Police officers, if they're like cheering them on and saying like, keep going, they're so mentally unclear and they're so only dialed in on doing whatever they're told to do by these individuals. Yeah. Like I see him he keeps going, even though we hear that and we're like, you can't keep going. Like, well, who would ever do that? But they're so messed up. They're so like the stories are just. Even just now, I just got a DM just now. Hold on, I'll read it to you.
Read it to me.
Just these more dumb hazing. Police officer here. When I went through the academy, they made us duck walk while we quacked, bear crawl and roar like bears, suck on our thumbs and make baby noises. Instructors would scream in our faces when we made mistakes, saying they can't wait for, quote, face punch Friday, which is a boxing exercise. We would army crawl through frozen fields in just sweatpants and sweatshirts for hours on the verge of frostbite. They tell us we will never make it through and that we are worthless slobs and an embarrassment. And it's just like that's a good one, by the way. Like that's a good story we've heard so far in terms of all the shit that I've heard from, whether it be fiancés or girlfriends and stuff. It's just like, what is this place? You know what I mean?
It's Canton, because to dress them up as ducks, that feels very relevant today. But the bear crawl, we know of the 2022 scandal, right? Like those were unauthorized drills that was happening in Mass State Police.
Hey, you want me to set up the phone lines while you do this rant? You want me to set up the phone lines?
No, do that. So, I just think that it is wild. And I am a very firm believer that there is going to be hell to pay. And that's why we got to just keep talking about it, Dave, right? That's all we can do is keep talking about it. And I want to also get into with you. Did you happen to see that Canton Select Board meeting last night?
I did, but I need a little bit more. I need some context. Do you have, like, in terms of, like, how did Rita just all...
I lied. It was I have context.
Yeah, it was the, the audit people.
The police audit, the committee, yeah.
Sorry, I'm setting up the phone lines. I just want to, what set Rita off? By the way, two completely different colors of green. And if you're in the chat, one for my green, two for Kim's green. Absolutely, my green is taking that one.
Your green is winning, okay?
Yeah.
And this is why, all right, green, we are Kermit the Frogging. All right, stop.
Yeah.
So Rita gets in. What's pissing her off is because the committee, the three guys on the other side, right? They weren't doing anything. They weren't helping. They didn't even want to have they didn't want the audit because they said there's been no criminal activity in Canton. No shit. Swear to God, that's what they said. They were like, there is nothing, like, we don't need to do this, you fool. And Rita was there, did she have to be there? No, I guess. But public was, there was a couple of people from the public there. Why couldn't she be there? Rita can be wherever Rita Lombardi wants
public
to be.
meeting. Yeah, it's a public meeting. Yeah, that's fine. Right.
So then there was another guy, there's another guy in the audience. I don't remember his name, but he is screaming he is talking back. They don't do anything about him. Then they end up saying that if Rita doesn't sit down, that they're calling the police. Then they do call the police on Rita. Rita is escorted from this. And then you see what I believe is the most beautiful moment in Canton public history is when the two people, and we might send them an edible arrangement, David, okay? The two people who were fighting for police reform, who were fighting for, it needs to be justice, or it needs to be serving the public and all of us, not just the few that have been served. He said that the select board is not going to vote or do anything that they feel is impartial regarding this audit of the police department, because half of their families are on the police department.
Right.
It was a melee, Dave. When I was like this,
the clips that I saw, yeah, it was pretty fucking crazy. Like the guy who was like, oh well, solo cups could have been considered like I forget his word. It was like a smart move in that situation. And by the way, like maybe in certain situations that could have been a smart move. In this situation, it comes off so fucking juvenile and so like misguided. Like everything about it, and the leaf blower, it paints the town in a bad way. And I think that's the messaging that they're trying to get across is like, we're trying to stabilize things.
Yeah.
Like, the audit doesn't have to be pictured as some kind of like end of the world situation. Like that guy fighting back, like an audit is a good thing.
It's
like
it's a good thing for everybody.
Right,
yes.
Right. It should be like I'm sure there is some kind of standard process every few years of auditing police departments or something. But that the three on the other side, the chairman guy specifically, just came off like the biggest asshole. The only thing when I said the context, like, did those guys say like, here's time for public comment, and Rita went off?
No, she just wasn't. They weren't listening to the two people on their side, right? So she went up and she just talked, but but she sat down.
So you got to know, like, that's right. That's a situation where you're escalating it, and don't get me wrong, like, she's fired up, she wants to do it, and that's fine. But I can kind of understand them being like, all right, you got to settle down there, champ. But on the flip side, the two people on the other side, the man and the woman, they weren't taking their concerns seriously at all. They weren't, in the clips that I saw at least. So it was like, all right, well, somebody's got to make a statement and stand up and fight back in that situation. So they don't realize like their actions caused this shitstorm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they should allow for public comment in that spot and be like, all right, let's talk for 15 minutes. Hey, you guys who were, gracious enough to, leave your home and come here and listen to this because you care about your town so much. Would you guys like to say anything on the microphone and like have a cordial, collaborative conversation? And if you don't agree at the end, it is what it is. But like, it's their fault. It turns into the shit show.
I know. Well, and also if that guy said one more fucking time, 3-2, I was going to knock I was like, I was getting ready to punch a proctor. I'm going to have to make something for this guy, because I was like, I go, what do we do? He's like, yep, let's vote on it. 3-2 every time to them. I was like, you are so condescending, sir. Like it's your, it's your entitlement for me.
That guy's not thinking. That guy wasn't thinking clearly. You know what I think? I think he needs to start drinking some mushroom coffee, which, by the way, my favorite mushroom coffee is Rise. I don't know about you. There's a lot of different brands out there you can go to, but I'm a Rise guy. So if you go to rise.com and put the promo code Nurse Kim and Dave Live, I don't know. I don't think they actually have that going on right now, but this is the kind of mushroom coffee.
Are you promoting right this second?
I mean, they did want to make a deal. I don't sell out to the man. I just talk about what I use for products to keep my mental clarity and all that stuff, but I wouldn't sell out. Don't worry about that. But I got a million DMs after our last live asking what type of mush. Is it like taking off? Are you seeing it everywhere on TikTok too, or no?
Not at all.
Oh, I'm seeing it everywhere. Not just the brand I use, but I see it everywhere. So
yeah, no one.
All right, we got to get that guy.
About me, I'm not the target audience.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, let's go to this phone. Let's go to this phone call. If you guys want to call, let me turn it on. Hold on. If you guys want to call, the phone number's up there. So anytime. 860. What do you got?
Can we just talk about how terrible Jennifer Coffin dad, I want to say something really bad is.
Just say it. Just say it. We're open here.
Coffin fuck. Like, what is she doing? Like, how is this? How on earth is this allowed? how is the FBI like not coming after her and saying, how dare you use us as a proof of employment? Because the thing she's been the past week has been like insane.
I know that DM that she sent to, was that to Rosie or is that her name? Rosie? What's the
No,
Josie.
I think it was like to the guy.
And just like immediately
cousin,
like trying to act as if like she's, trying to be helpful, but then she's like deep diving into questions and like criticizing them. It's like she's just such a fucking clown. I don't you can
because
Yep.
Because she would use that information as she'd post like whatever they said. She's using it to fish. She's not using it to be an advocate.
Right.
It's disgusting.
Right. Well, thank you for the call. I appreciate you guys. The phone number's there. I agree. I don't have anything nice to say about Jennifer Coffin. When I saw that she was kind of transitioning into the Birchmore story, and this was pre-Farwell news, I almost wanted to fucking throw up. Like that was just like, oh no, we don't need this person around in this situation. Just don't.
I feel like we should like maybe send some sort of petition to the FBI for like them not to be her employee reference anymore.
We should. You know what we should do? We should FOIA the FBI with her last name, like emails and stuff, and see if they're and literally just to see if they're shitting on her. Like that's all I really want to see. I just want to see that.
I bet they are.
As opposed to what was it? What's his name? David Traub, who, to be honest, he was good with me and Kirk with the Birchmore stuff, but like that email that was like, look at this influencer on Twitter and the reach that Jennifer Coffindaffer has, and she's on our team, and however you worded that, that was vomit inducing.
Yeah,
that was just friggin' nuts. All right, we got an anonymous call right here. Ooh. This could be dangerous. Anonymous, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on here? Dunny from Randolph. How are you?
Dunny, what's going on?
Nothing. I was just hate watching this moron Kevin, the show the other night. Why is he focused in so much on YouTube?
Oh, is he? Yeah, he hates us now, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like we did an interview with him.
Oh my God, this guy.
But by the way,
don't stop.
But by the way, there's not a lot of other shows, and maybe they'll say that they've invited him on. He didn't accept or something like that. But there's not a lot of disagreement on these YouTube shows and stuff like that. We had him on. Kim like vehemently disagrees with him on everything specifically, and they went at it in a cordial way. Why is he all of a sudden shitting on us? I don't really understand that.
Coward. He's a coward.
Yeah. I don't think he's like personally, I don't agree with a lot of his opinions. I don't necessarily know if he's like a bad human being. Do you think he's a bad human being? What do you think, Kim?
Well, now, yeah, he gets everybody to come after me. He tweets on like everything that I tweet. He writes big long paragraphs about how I suck at life.
Well, you're a psychopath on Twitter now, though. Like you're a nutbag.
Okay, but I understand. But here's the thing: if I'm talking about Enrique Delgado Garcia, and you write about Karen Reed,
right?
And
yeah,
how
that's what I don't. I'm with you 100%. 100%.
You're like, not okay. Yeah.
You have to separate. things. Yeah. Like if you're somebody out there, just because you think Karen Reed's guilty, you're going to sit there and like moderately defend what's going on at the Massachusetts State Police Academy. Like you can be an adult and treat them as two completely separate things going on. Yeah. Sorry, Anonymous. Keep going.
No, I appreciate it. That was my only point. I'm enjoying the show. Thanks a lot for everything you guys do. All right.
Thank you, Anonymous.
Thank you.
I like Anonymous. I would just call the shit on somebody and then get out of the way.
Johnny from Randolph. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate it. What else did we want to talk about today? I guess like the Canton meeting. There's not much. Like, what was the end result of that? Did they vote on one of the like proposals that was sent to them or anything like that, or is it still too early?
I didn't even see it because it was such like I stopped watching after she got kicked out. After Rita Lombardi is kicked out of the Canton Select Board meeting.
You are such a homer. You are such a homer for Rita Lombardi.
Oh, I am.
My God.
Like,
who's your top 5? Give me your top 5 in order, and you have to really rank them. No easy way out type of thing. Sean's number 1. That's an obvious.
Okay,
Sean's like,
what am I doing?
You need to rank your top 5 people that are involved in this entire like Canton, Karen Reed, whatever thing going on. I want you to rank them personally.
Oh God, no, I can't. Well,
yeah, you have
ridiculous.
To do it. Like, who's your favorite to monitor? Yeah.
No, I can't do that. I can't.
Yeah,
do that.
Sean is you can admit Sean's your number 1. Can you admit that Sean's your number? Yeah, Sean's your number 1. Then you're going to Rita. Oh, you were obsessed with Better. I forgot.
Better.
Yeah. Can you say on the air what you told me about Better yesterday?
No.
Or no? About next week?
No. Shut up.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
God, you nosy bitch.
Well, Karen Reed's feeding me steak, but I can't talk about you? Like, what the hell's going on? All right, 774. 774. Yeah, everyone says Sean's number one. 774, you got us?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
I love you guys.
We love you. Nice. Good morning.
Good morning. So I'm calling because that last woman caller that was talking about Jennifer Coffenbacher, that doofus.
Yep.
So I contacted the FBI on Monday, and I'm waiting to hear back from them. I'm dead serious.
What did you ask? What did you ask?
I want to know that if she's receiving a federal pension, she should be bound to their code of ethics.
Right?
Yeah.
Because like her entire existence is an ethics violation.
Man, we're all such rats now, aren't we? Like we are just, but she deserves it.
Well, I want to check in, babe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just want to check in and say, you see what's going on here? You see this asshole? Because there are consequences, everybody. I just want to remind you that if you want to, and listen, you can have your opinion. You are allowed to all day long with your full chest be a walking asshole. Everywhere you go, you can write hateful speech. You can tell people, you can lie, you can propaganda, you can do everything that you want to. But I will tell you this, babes, there are consequences to all of our actions. And when there are people and employers that say, nope, I don't rock with that. Or if you think what you are doing behind a sock account, it's going to come to light because we all can find out who you are. So just reminder, like there is a place and a time, and your opinion on Twitter, if you are a public figure, should, in my opinion, at least be not as unhinged as hers.
Are you going to be this fired up at your live show, Kim, with all those ladies in Wilmington? I'm coming to that. If you're going to be that fired up live in person, I can't wait for that. All right, you're going to stay on us and call us back next week if the FBI gets back to you, which, to be honest, I don't think they will.
I might.
Yeah.
I definitely will. Well, I'll be calling them back because we, the taxpayers and Bostonians, we're not playing with Jennifer Coffin fucking doofus.
Right. So. You go get them. All right. Well, 774. Thank you for the call, man. We're running the gamut today. We're all rats. You're fired up.
I'm fired up.
Yeah. Tell me about the live show. How are you doing on ticket sales? Because you're an absolute lunatic for doing it in the first place, but I'm all for it.
Yeah, so guys, I might have overestimated my appeal to human beings. I was like, oh my gosh, I could definitely I figured 30 friends of mine would want to hang out and because
I'm bringing everybody. I'm bringing my entire family. I think I'm definitely bringing my kids.
The children. What if I say the F word?
You can say the F word around my kids. Who gives a shit? Yeah.
Well,
I I gotta burn the hour. I gotta burn the hours somehow on the weekend. And what's it gonna be? 2 hours?
It's from 2 to 4.
Free drinks?
Huh?
Free drinks?
Yeah, I'm supplying everything. I got the venue. I got food.
Wait, is this DIY? Is this you got the venue and then do you have to buy your own alcohol, or is it they have a bar there? You're
they don't. I'm bringing all of it, and I got. You
should just had a house party for God's sakes.
I catered food.
Oh my God, this is unbelievable.
I'm an idiot. Don't talk about it. Well, whatever.
Awesome.
Listen, if anybody does want to see me,
I have all this.
I don't know where
you know what I'm gonna do? We should do this. I got all this TikTok ad credit. Do you get this stuff or no? Oh, it must be important people or something. I have this thing where if I run a commercial on TikTok, if I do a promote ad or something, I have all this credit. I've a few $1,000s that I don't have anything to promote. Yeah. Let's do a commercial for your live show and promote it and see what happens.
That's so stupid. I will do it though.
Yeah, we'll do a back and forth.
Well, wait a minute. There's only 15 or 20 tickets. It was for 30 people. I've only sold 14.
To be honest, we're probably gonna have to reach a lot of people for you to sell 15 more tickets. To be completely honest with you, we'll probably have to put $1,000 of that credit behind it. All right, let's go back to the phone line.
It's so hurtful.
7 people make impulse decisions on this, by the way. You'll go live the night before and you'll sell those 15 tickets in a second.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. All right. 781. What do you got? Maybe not, though. 781, you there?
Hey, that's me, right?
Yes. What's going on?
Hello.
Hi, Ness Kim. I'm on my way to Market Basket.
Oh, it's Friday. I got a show for you,
You guys
babe.
both wait.
It's Friday.
Are you guys
Oh,
market basket people? Are you a market basket person, Kim?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? Listen,
Oh,
in this
really?
economy, David, who are you? If you're
I'm
gonna
a big
talk,
Y
do
guy.
not slander
I
Market
won't.
Basket
I won't.
in my
I've
presence.
gone
babe.
down this alley before, and I've gotten in trouble with it. But go
Woo.
ahead. Go ahead.
so I ended up messaging Sean Kim. I was the girl who way back has MS and went on Sean's show.
Oh yes.
So I originally was a constable. Obviously, MS took that. But this whole Enrique thing, my best friend, God rest his soul, was a trooper. This is not normal. This is I call it generational fuck up. Because I know Peter from 25 years ago was not like this.
Yep.
So I'm seeing it as the balls got bigger on these DIs every single training class.
Yep. Yeah, it's almost like, hey, I had to go through this, so I'm going to make other people go through this, and then it just spirals, and it gets worse and worse
And
and
it
worse.
got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And I think we all should say not just a special prayer, obviously, for Enrique's family, him, but for Sean, because he's really taking it on the chin.
Yeah.
Like he's dealing with a lot of feelings that he has. Because for me, I raised my daughter. If you see a cop doing a detail, you buy them a water. Now I'm like, you don't even fucking jaywalk.
Right.
I don't, and it's a very hard situation to be in where you've always had faith in your law enforcement community. And now you're looking at them like, are you an asshole too? Do I need to punch you too?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous about that because I'm the same way. Like you respect cops. We have cops in both of us have cops in our families. And is this a bubble? Like, it's one of those things where, like, are we just in this time right now where all of us are so focused on, social media and YouTube or whatever, that really people that are, you're going to Market Basket right now, is 75% of the people inside Market Basket when you get there, are they feeling the kind of same way we're feeling about what's going on right now? I hope not, but is it just because we're so invested in it?
I can speak for myself in that the way that I saw it, at first I was like, okay, the Karen Reed case. You got a couple of road cops who are buddies, and they both just went off the deep end. And then I'm like, okay, the link with Sandra Birchmore, so this was a posse, so to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now it's a fucking fungus.
Yep.
Every cop I look at now, and my best friend, I buried him, and they did his cruiser call. I cannot, to this day, go back to a funeral of a police officer because I lose it. But speaking for me, I'm half tempted to take my badge the day of Enrique's fucking funeral and put it in his casket because I want no part of law enforcement. None.
God.
Wow.
And I'm from a generational law enforcement family. My husband did 32 years working at South Bay. Myself, I've been a constable. My godfather, police department. I mean, I joked that when I picked my wedding party, everybody should just wear their dress uniforms because the women and the men both were all cops.
Yep.
In some capacity, be it the sheriff's department, whatever. Now, I don't trust fucking anyone.
Wow.
I got chills.
This is a mic drop call.
But a part of me also gets upset with the fact that these recruits are going to graduate and be on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
how the fuck did you witness this? In your conscience, you can put that back on and say, I'm going to protect and serve, but I couldn't protect my brother.
I know. I agree with you when it comes to the cadets, but on the flip side, it's also like a lot of them are young, and a lot of them have just been beaten down so much. Like I'm way more.
And
interested.
we don't know. We don't know what they haven't graduated yet. We don't know if
They're
this
a week
is.
and a half,
I'm telling
right?
you. What?
a week and a half out from graduating, basically,
Well,
and like, are they going to come out and be, and be forceful on this? That's a scary situation for those recruits.
Well, and let's see what the
My
class
daughter-
numbers look like. Let's see what the number even looks like that gets
that's true.
through the next week and a half. Let's see how the mental health, who ends up at fucking UMass Memorial, babes, that has potentially, been having night terrors, been having PTSD beginning stages. Like,
Right.
this is not going to, in my opinion, from these kids that were there and witnessed it, if Mass State Police thinks that they're already entrenched and they've got their hooks in them and that they're going to be obedient for 30 years, they've got another thing coming. It's 2024. There's people already reaching out to us. Never mind actual human beings that can do something about it. So I say, have that faith that these kids will do the right thing. Have some faith that they will not continue a cycle, and that they will say, I want to put on my badge, but I haven't even been sworn in yet, and I don't know what to do. I just witnessed somebody get killed in front of me. I don't know what to do in that situation.
So my daughter got her master's in psych. So I kind of like sat her down last night. I said, riddle me this, I said, how do you feel these cadets? She's like, Mom, they're fucked. They're fucked.
Yeah.
I said, what do you mean? She's like, they're going to carry such PTSD
Yes.
just from watching someone die. She said, think about it. You lost your mother to cancer. You saw her. You knew she was going to die. This was a kid that's my age.
Yep.
This is their peer. They're not going to walk out of this thinking everything, they're not going to be able to put this just behind them and go forward in their career.
Right.
They're just not. They're mentally not going to be able to.
We don't even have answers as like, are there immediately like grief counselors over at the academy right now? Like, we literally know nothing. We found out no new information following this. And that's such a like remarkable travesty where it all, like I said to you last night, Kim, like it should have been wrapped up in a bow on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And then Governor Healy should have been out on Monday and been like, we are starting the process today to clean this shit up. And why that stuff doesn't happen is beyond me in this state. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
I think it's just rotting from the inside.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, if they're not saying anything, my husband is a firm believer, and Kim will agree with us, if it's not written down, it didn't happen.
Amen.
Why are they not taking statements from these recruits?
Right.
Why is the governor not addressing this? Why is she not writing a statement? Why is the state police not writing a statement? Because in their eyes, it didn't happen, huh? It's going to happen the way they think.
Right.
Well,
But I
because
wanted
we've
to
already
get on
seen
just
it.
to tell you guys I love you.
We
Well, this
love
was a
you
great
too.
call.
And what's your
Thank
name
you for that.
again? Did she tell us her name?
Chrissy.
Oh,
She did say, she said Chris
Chrissy.
Hero.
I know exactly. Okay. I was just like, oh my gosh, is this? I didn't hear you.
Now you know who I am.
I know who you are.
I'm the market basket girl.
Yes.
All right.
You guys have a good day.
Thank
Stay
you,
out of the
Chrissy.
rain.
Thank you, Chrissy.
Bye, Lovey.
That was a powerful call right there. That's like heartbreaking to hear. And I think a lot of people have that sentiment right now. And it's not, and she just put, I mean, it's not just, especially with after this Enrique news, like this isn't just about Norfolk County anymore. Not that it really entirely was, but it was kind of like a bubble. I felt like now it's like, it's full-fledged distrust.
Well, and it's pervasive. And we've said that too. And we've said that this is, and in my humble opinion, Dave, I know you don't like it when I go there, but I feel like if you take out how we've always done it, the way that we've always disciplined police officers in the Commonwealth is we remove the bad apples, but then another cog gets put in the wheel. And it continues because we've never addressed where the disease, where the root, where the origin, where the, like where it comes from, where your underlying condition is. You're treating a symptom and not the underlying diagnosis. So, I am afraid, but I am hopeful though that these cadets, you know what I mean? Like Dave, if Enrique had the balls to stand up with that logo and say, we don't need the thin, like, come on, it's 2024, guys. Like,
Right,
you know, we are brothers, but do we need it to have the thin blue line? Like, it's 87. You know, like, he was loved. He was beloved. And I would like to have faith and just keep that faith that these kids in a week and a half maybe will really shock us. Maybe
right. Well,
will.
I mean, that's the other side of it. Like, I don't know exactly, like I was saying before, I don't know what's happening in the aftermath of all this at the academy, but typically they're staying there Monday through Friday, right?
Yeah.
And then Friday they go home back to their families and they're talking about it a little bit more. You know, that first weekend, that first wave, I can understand just the shock.
Yeah.
Just the absolute shock and horror of what just happened. So mentally, you're just not there. Now days are going by and you're starting to talk about it with your significant other. You and I are both hearing those stories a little bit.
Yeah.
Now they're going home for the weekend, I assume.
Again.
And that's where hopefully maybe some of them, you know, whether it's contacting Sean or contacting I don't know who, to be honest, I don't really know who else to contact. Like, who the fuck else can you trust right now? It's almost like you do need to go to somebody like Sean to give this information to get it out there, because, you know, you don't know what, you know, the Worcester County District Attorney's Office is going to do with the information, obviously. But I would hope that they start talking, and I certainly hope that they have grief counselors that were in that facility this week, because to her daughter's point, like, these guys and girls seeing what they saw, it is absolutely horrifying, and that's going to stay with them for a very long time.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Absolutely.
All right. You want to wrap this up? We stayed on topic today. What's up with that? We don't typically.
I know this was very focused. We won't do it moving forward, and we'll do more fun things, but we did need to, you know.
I was surprised you didn't want to talk about. I was surprised you didn't want to talk about Diddy today, and his 1,000 bottles of lubricant found at his home. Like, what in God's name? That guy is such a fucking sicko, just an absolute sicko.
Like, listen. Okay, I've been in on the Diddy hate club since Kim Porter died. Okay, because Kim Porter was a queen. She was a queen. And I can't. So I think that he had something to do with her. Like, listen, this man is going. Cassie, sick. Take him down. All right. Well, 1-2 step out of this bitch. And we are going to make sure that this predator, he is the scariest of all, though. Can you imagine being a billionaire? Like, all the money in the world, do whatever the hell you want with it. And you're a monster. Just an absolute psychopath of a sex trafficking, right? Sex traffic. They RICO'd him. Yep. Ooh. I think it's normal anyway, but he's under suicide watch right now in federal custody. But that's probably like normal right out the gate. But yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, let's get out of here. We'll be back at some point. I don't know. All right. We'll be back next week. Dave is listen, I don't know if you know this, but my best friend, Dave Cullinane, he's a producer at Barstool Sports for the Kirk Minahan show. KMS Which, by the way, you're listening a lot now, it seems like. Well, I try to listen so that I can hear, and I feel bad. You know, I think that Justin is a lovey. He's a lovey. I got that text. I got to read that. I don't like. You're not necessarily. Your name comes up on the show, but you're not weird. You're not a character on the show. So I would be weird. But I kind of want to read that text that you sent me last night because it was. Yeah, but I kind of want to. Just read it to Justin. It's about Justin. Yeah, I'll show Justin. That was a very sweet. That was a very sweet text. I actually don't. I've thought about it more and more. Like. It's not that weird. It's not that weird. It's not that weird. I said my mom was because Kirk's biggest thing was that, like, his grandmother. Probably people have no idea what we're talking about. Justin was a producer. He's a friend. He's the co-producer with Dave at the Kirk Minahan show. And Don in the chat, he's such a lovey. Oh, he is. Oh my gosh. So he goes. So like he was talking, and the boys were giving him some shit, right? Because he can take his balls being busted. He's not a puss. And the boys were saying, who was your best friend? He said his Nana. Okay. I was on it was Mammy. Mammy, please. Mammy. But it's his Nana, real. Like, it's my Nana. You gotta read Mimi. Oh wait, you said Mimi. It's Mammy.
It's a right, Don? Mammy. Okay. Yeah.
Mammy and Bubba.
Bubba's
So
good,
that's his grandparents. So his first best friend was his Mammy.
Yeah.
And then we kind of the boys went down a rabbit hole with him. And then we found out
well, that's because he's been in therapy like his entire life.
Since he was since he was in junior, right? Like
but he says that he mostly talks about the Patriots in therapy. Which, by the way, after last night's game, that next therapy session is going to be a long one.
Yeah.
So it's Oh,
yeah.
God.
But Justin surrounds his people, like he surrounds himself. He believes that like food is connected to love because of Mammy, because Mammy used to have, like, and take care of him and feed him and everything. And this is very normal. Like, this is very, like, it's very maternal. It's very like, my Nana was the same way. Like, here you go. You fed like Italian grandmothers with like giving you pasta until you're going to, I don't know, explode. But those are the things that he hasn't made that connection. He was like, I never really thought of it like that. And then his other best friends that he has, they grill, and everything he does is around food.
Were you mind boggled by it? Were you like all in on this conversation?
I was dialed in, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, I was like, Justin, can we explore this further? Can you call me after the show? Like, this is not normal.
Don the jeweler watches this. He is dialed in on the Kirk Minahan show. Don, if this isn't a KMS network show, like I think Kim and I should have some kind of like rundown type of show on the network to talk, just because if you're going to listen, we got to start talking about it. We got to get your opinions out there.
I'm trying to support you, and it gets a little off the rails, but that was a touching moment.
It certainly
And I don't
does.
like the Mutt hate. We've got to support Mutt.
Oh, Mutt deserves it after last night. All right. What else is going? What's your appearance schedule this week? Because you do the circuit. So what's your?
I got nothing. I'm taking a break, babe. Oh no, I lied.
You taking the weekend off?
Sunday, I'm doing just a music thing. I don't know. I got whatever. But
right. If you guys are in this, if you guys are in this chat still, and I know it's mornings and we don't promote it, we just go live. We didn't even go live on TikTok really to tell people get our people over here or whatever. If you guys are watching this, Kim is doing a live show next week, and there are how many tickets available? Like 15 tickets still available.
15.
Yeah, we got. First of all, those should be gone by the end of today. You're gonna do. You've barely promoted it, by the way.
I know. I put a post. I did a post about it.
You did one post. No, you gotta do more. Live show next is what time is it? 2 to 4.
It's 2 to 4 in Wilmington.
Okay, 2 to 4 in Wilmington. I'm definitely going.
I catered food and drinks, so
you are absolutely walking out of this thing in the hole.
Like, I'm in the hole.
Oh, absolutely. It's not even a question. All right, so if you guys want to go, you gotta go. I'm definitely. Is it like just a talking thing? Do you have microphones and stuff like that?
Oh well, no. I'm just gonna I don't know. I don't know. Can you bring I can bring a
guys.
Microphone.
I'm telling you, it is worth the price of admission just to see what type of shit show you're gonna walk into. You gotta get speakers and a microphone.
Do I?
Yes. Yes.
It's an intimate gathering.
Is it gonna be mostly? Is it mostly ladies?
Yes.
Okay, and then you can like pipe in Sean for a quick Zoom, get the ladies all hot and bothered. Yeah, because they love Sean right now.
And then I'll have you. I'll have a little 9.5.
I'm a guest. I'm just gonna I'm hanging with the ladies. I'm a guest and I'm hanging with the ladies and I'm gonna love it. So, all right.
Love you faces.
Goodbye. We'll get out of here. Go buy tickets for a live show. Goodbye.